Yes, ma'am. So this is a training program for the teachers of Madhya Pradesh. Teachers from various model schools, senior secondary schools, and government senior secondary schools. They are this, government school teachers. The kind of teachers posted in public schools across Madhya Pradesh. People from Sihor district, from Sagar district, from Gwalior, from Jabalpur, from Indore, and many other districts, Bhopal, and many other districts of Madhya Pradesh. They are the teachers teaching English to classes 9 to 12, from classes 9 to 12 students. And NCERT has textbooks have been adopted by Madhya Pradesh last two years ago. So now they have got a new textbook, and they've got some challenges also, because maybe we have this MP board syllabus was slightly easier, with questions given at the end of the chapters and the answers the teachers would give, and now they had ready answers to provide. Now in NCERT textbook, they don't have questions also given. The questions are different many times in the examination than that are given in the at the end of the books. And also many of them were saying, sir, NCERT textbook adopt ho gaya, so maybe some suggestions on how to transact the curriculum or new textbook provided by NCERT. That's one concern. And also many at the same time, NEP's new recommendations are there, new things are there to be given to them. So we had one or two training with them when it was known. 2019, I think, if I'm right, 2019 they adopted NCERT curriculum. Preeti ma'am, can you just tell me from which year this NCERT curriculum is there, adopted by MP board?
So it is this year only we have adopted these books. Since last year we have started with 9th and 11th, and this year we have all the books from 9 to 12.
Okay, so 11, 12. So 11, 12.
Yes, sir. 11, 12 this year. Sorry, 10th and 12th this year. 9th and 11th was from previous year.
Yes. So for then it will be like this year, 9th, 11th, 10th and 12th, 2000 academic section. Academic section
2021. 2021.
That means
this year for the first time they will face board exams with CBSE curriculum.
Yes. Got it. That is a new thing. And COVID time, a very bad time for adopting of the NCERT textbook, because the teachers shifting to the new textbooks and then having entire new pattern of testing, I think, challenge. Ravi sir, can you listen to us now? If you can unmute and speak. Ravi sir, you're still muted. Ravi sir, हमारी आवाज आ रही है क्या? आप muted हैं sir. If you can unmute. Ravi sir की आवाज नहीं आ रही है. Ravi sir, you are muted?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Is it
now
okay? Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
So, yes, just a minute, Deepa ma'am, are you there? So this is what a brief about our teachers. Ravi sir, I was just talking to them about talking to Deepa ma'am. She was there about the kind of audience. So we have these are the teachers of Madhya Pradesh secondary and senior secondary schools, and NCERT has textbooks have been adopted by MP board this year for class 10 and 12, and last year for classes 11 and 9 and 11. So new textbooks are there, and they face some challenges in them. At the same time, we also want the teachers to have their professional growth, so have come up with certain new topics that are there. I think one of them is your topic. So let me introduce the audience. Let me introduce you to our resource person for this session. We have Dr. Ravi Narayan Chakrakorty from Regional Institute of English. There are two regional institutes of English. Regional Institute of English, Bangluru, being one of the pioneer institutes in the teachers training. And Ravi Narayan sir has been one of the active trainers in that field, training lots of teachers every year, and most of them are state government teachers of South Indian, South Indian states. So I welcome you, Ravi Narayan sir, in this meeting, and I have already said that they are the teachers of Madhya Pradesh. So maybe though we would like to have them training as to how to have better pedagogy, how to teach better. At the same time, we'd also like to have them some professional growth. So some of them might be really interested. Now it's not limited just to teach, but also to bring out and give others also what they are doing, maybe in the form of some sort of articles, some papers that they can publish in journals, magazines, somewhere, where they can share what best experiments and innovation they're doing. So we have kept this session on how they can write, because in the West we see that people do something. Mohammed Mominji, please unmute yourself. Yes. So in the West, what we see that people do something, they do teaching. At the same time, they also share their pedagogy with the world at large as to what they are doing, what best they are doing, so that the world knows as to what they are doing. Here in India, we have many journals, and in NCRT having 4 journals in the field of English and education. So maybe sir can give us some input as to how to learn from these articles and how you yourself can also try and write for certain journals and magazines. So we have with us Professor Dr. Ravi Narayan Chakraborty, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You can hear me, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And at the outset, I'd like to thank Dr. Ganga for inviting me to try out my unit. So this is a wonderful opportunity that NCRT Bhopal and Dr. Ganga has given me. And it's a great idea actually to try out the materials that we have prepared. Dr. Ganga, I have a lot of appreciation for you. He's so hardworking, such a committed teacher educator. So thank you, Dr. Ganga, for all of your initiatives for launching this wonderful course. I mean, for trying to launch the course after trying it out and standardizing the materials. And thank you, teachers, for joining this tryout session. I hope you will find it very, very useful. Okay. So is there anybody who has written for a journal? I would just like to know if there is any teacher here who has written an article and got this article published in a journal at the state level or at the national level, international level. Anybody? You can use the chat box or you can unmute and speak. Has anybody published any article in a journal? Yeah. I'm also looking at the chat box. You can use the chat box. Either type yes or no. No, I haven't yet published anything. It could be on a magazine. If you published anything in a magazine or even in a newspaper also, that's fine. But have you written something? Have you got it published anywhere? In a local newspaper or an English newspaper? Anyone? Yeah, you can unmute and speak. Yes. Okay. Oh, great. 300 articles. Karulal Chand. Okay, 300 articles. In which language, sir? In your mother tongue?
In English, Hindi? In English, Hindi, and Sanskrit, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. Yes. And Vineet also. Vineet Kaushal.
Yes, sir.
Vineet? Yeah, in
yes,
English?
I wrote several reports in Hindi, sir.
Hindi. Okay, excellent. Anyone else? Pratima Pandey, yeah, have you written, published something in a newspaper, magazine, or a journal? Anyone else from the group? Okay, good. Now the challenge is, some of you must have published in your local language. All right, that's great actually. Now the challenge is to get them published in English, which is a second language or a foreign language. All right. So you write blogs in English. Deepthi Thakur, good. Blogs, that's also kind of, publication, self-publication, good. Blogs, websites, okay. So the challenge in front of us is to write articles, reports in English and to get them published in a standard magazine or in a reputed journal. Right. Let's see how many of us can do that. Maybe after completing this course or after completing these tryout sessions. Let's see. Let's wait and see. So the main object. You can. Yes, you can mute yourself. You can mute yourself. Yes. Now these are the objectives of my session. All right. Yes. To familiarize teachers, that is all the course participants, with the structure of a research-based paper. All right. So at the end of the session, you will be familiar with the structure of a research-based paper. How does it look like? And also to understand the key terms used in a research paper, and then to identify potential research topics and carry out small research studies. You will be able to think of some topics for doing research, and you will be able to carry out small research studies, and you will also be able to write research papers, research reports, and get them published in journals. These are the overall objectives of the session. Okay, so let's begin with a small warm-up activity. Can you name some magazines that you read? You can use the chat box. Some magazines that you read, please. You can use the chat box. What magazines do you generally read? Yeah, magazines. You can use the chat. Please type in the chat box. Magazines that you generally read. Yeah, okay. India Today, Times. Okay, Times. Is a magazine or a newspaper? Times of India. I'm not very sure. All right. Okay, India Today, that's right. Any other magazines? Yeah, of course in English. Of course in English. All right. Yeah, India Today, yes. Then what are the other materials? India Today, yes. Other magazines? Can you quickly type? All of you, please type the names of some magazines. Reader's Digest, excellent. Women's Era, very good. Any other magazines? Yeah, any other magazines in English that you can think of? Okay, so India Today, Reader's Digest, Women's Era, there are many. Week, for example, National Geography, or many such magazines. Okay, now the next question is, can you think of some journals that you know? Names of some journals, all right. Not magazines, some journals. Can you type out the names in the chat box, or you can unmute and speak? Yeah. Names of journals that you are familiar with, journals you read or journals you have heard about. Dr. Ganga has mentioned a few. He said three important journals that NCERT publishes at the national level. Can you name these journals or any other journals? Yeah, Competition Success Review is a magazine. All right, it's a magazine. Yeah, some journals, not magazines. Now we are talking about journals. Okay, perhaps in English, journals related to English language teaching, if you know. Yeah, names of journals on English language education, English language teaching. Employment News is again a magazine. Journals, I'm talking about journals. Can you name some journals? Not really, right? Okay, so generally, National Pharmacopoeia journals. Yeah, probably maybe related to health issues. Can we think of journals related to English language teaching, please? English language teaching. Or English language teacher education. Outlook is a magazine again. Outlook is a magazine. Okay, Outlook is a magazine. Right. Hope you can hear me. Sound is very low. Somebody is saying. I hope it's audible. Okay, Outlook is, all these are magazines. So there are some journals. I'll type the names in the chat box. One is FORTELL, for example. This is published from Delhi. Yeah, of course, if you go to NCERT website, you will get to know about NCERT journals. And FORTEL, that The full form of portal is for teachers of English language and literature. Right. So that sound is not clear. Is the sound clear or not clear? Is there any
Sound is
problem?
clear,
Anybody?
sir. No, sir, sound
Okay,
is
it's clear.
clear.
Right. Thank you.
Ravi
Okay,
sir,
thank you so
it's
much.
very
Thank
clear. It's
Okay.
very clear. Some of them might have technical issues, so you don't worry about that.
That.
If it is wrong, I will
All
let
right.
you know. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So some journals you will see in the NCERT website, and then these are other journals, like for example, Fortel, for teachers of English language and literature. I can share the link to their website. All right, I'll share the link in the chat box. Maybe you can, when you have time, you can open and read some of the articles published in this national level journal. It's a peer-reviewed journal. It has been included in the UGC care list also. All right, so it has got a lot of weight now because it's under the UGC care list. Okay, so this is a very good journal on English language teaching and also on English literature. And a couple of other journals I'll just share. One is the English Classroom published by RIE Bangluru. We also publish a biannual journal, 2 issues in a year. The name of the journal is the English Classroom. The English Classroom. All right, you will find details in our website, RISI Bangalore. If you go to Google, type RISI Bangalore, you will get details. Okay, this is another journal published by ELTA, English Language Teachers Association of India. All right, this is the link to the website. You will be able to access the archive, old issues, and then there is another international journal which all of you can access. These are all freely accessible. You can download the current issues, past issues, for example. Sometimes you may have to subscribe. ELTA, you'll have to subscribe to get the latest issue of the journal. All right, this is another useful journal called ELTED, published by Warwick University, English Language Teacher Education and Development. ELTED, English Language Teacher Education and Development, exclusively related to teacher development, teacher education. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that there is a difference between a magazine and a journal. Most of you have read magazines. Some of you have published articles in magazines, but reading a journal, writing to a journal is a different experience altogether. All right. So what's the difference between a magazine and a journal? Can anybody tell me, or maybe I should continue? So magazine is a periodical aimed at the general public, which contains news, opinion, and personal narratives. Whereas journals are scholarly periodicals aimed at researchers or specialists. These are scholarly periodicals aimed at researchers or specialists in the field. While a journal contains original research articles, magazines contain articles pertaining to current events or general interest topics. So look at the difference. So journal has a collection of research-based articles. In any field, it could be English language teaching or field of medicine or field of engineering, or there are a number of journals in every field. So journals contain research-based articles, and they're targeted at specific audience, research scholars or specialists in the field. Whereas magazines contain articles of general interest, articles related to current affairs, or politics, or sports, films, education in general, right? And then articles presented in the journal is a systematic and detailed account on a particular topic. So journal article is a systematic and detailed account on a particular topic that covers experiments or other research mechanisms like surveys, observations, interviews. So when I say research-based articles, what it means is it reports research studies. A journal article could be a report based on a survey conducted, based on interviews conducted, all right, or such research activities. On the other hand, articles of a magazine are interesting, entertaining, as well as informational on general interest topics. So that's the main difference. I hope you all understood the difference. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll spend another 5-10 minutes. I'll share the link in the chat box. What you can do is just try to open the link and read this for 2 to 3 minutes. You don't need to read the entire article. Just read the first 2 or 3 paragraphs. I'll share the link and then tell me whether it is a magazine article or a journal article. Is this article published in a magazine or is it published in a journal? I've shared the link. Sorry, the link is shared in the chat box. I hope all of you can access. Please open the link and read the first 2 or 3 paragraphs. I'll give you 2 minutes, please, to read this article. After reading, you should tell me whether it is published in a magazine or in a journal. Is it an article of general interest or is it an article which is research based? Yeah, 2 minutes, please. If you're not able to open the link, please let me know. You can type. Yeah, read. Please read 2 or 3 paragraphs in the article. Read silently. Read for yours. Yes, read silently. Yeah, one of you can unmute and speak. What do you think? Is this a magazine article or a journal article? So one of you can unmute and speak. What do you think? What is this article about? Maybe you can present a short summary. What is it about? And then tell me if it is an article of general interest or a research-based article. Anyone who can unmute and speak? So a few of you are saying it's a journal article, a few are saying it's a magazine article.
It's a magazine.
Why do you think so? Can you
Because it is addressed to the general public.
Sorry, you have got muted.
Ravi sir, I think your microphone is muted. Please unmute that. Dr. Ravi. Ravi sir, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Okay. Please. Yes. Deepak,
Yes, sir.
sorry, I could not hear you. I'm so sorry.
No, I think your microphone was
Deepak,
muted.
yes.
Just I wanted to let you know. Yeah.
Okay, right. Thank you, Deepak. Yes, thank you. All right, yes. So, can anybody give me a reason why it is a magazine? Why not a journal article?
Because it is addressed to the general public.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, sir.
It's addressed to the general public. Very good. Yes,
Yeah.
excellent. Then, yeah, that's right. Excellent.
Sir, it is about
Then,
public
any
interest.
other? It is of public interest.
Sir,
Yes,
it is a news-based article
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
which creates some interest in the people
That.
that most of the women are interested in riding bicycles.
Ec-
So
yeah, excellent.
it
All
is
right.
not a
Very
matter of
good. Very good.
research or
There is nothing
Yes.
which shows any sort of research in the article.
Yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. That's right. You're right. So there is no research done. So the author does not report any research study done, like no surveys conducted, no interviews, no observations. All right. There isn't much data there. It's based on newspaper article, based on his experiences, travel. All right. And it's of general interest. Good. Excellent. Now let's
Most of the facts are given in that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Now let's read another article. We will not read the full article. I'm just uh, giving you the taste of different types of articles. All right. I have shared another link. Please, can you open this link and read the first 2 or 3 paragraphs and tell me whether it is a magazine article or a journal article, and then why? Yes. Please open the link. Try to read 2 or 3 paragraphs from this particular article. Yeah. 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes, and then decide whether it is published in a magazine or in a journal. Right. Okay. So you can post your answers in the chat box, or you can unmute and speak. Is it, yeah, is it published in a magazine or in a journal? What do you think? Yeah. You can mute Ravi, cartoonist. Please mute your microphone. Ravi, cartoonist. I think you should mute. Okay. So all of you can post your responses in the chat, please. Magazine article or journal article, and why? Quick response, please, in the chat. Journal article, why? Yes, why? Yeah. Waiting for your responses. Yes. Why is it not general article? Poonam. Okay, not general, journal. Journal, journal. Huh. Yeah, Rajesh Srivastav.
So it's talking about the datas. Actually, some facts are given, and it is not having any interest with the common people. Actually, that's why it's.
That's correct. Correct. Yeah. It may not be interesting for a layman, for a common person, right?
Sir, it has also given many references, web links from where the research has been done.
Yeah, good. That's right. Yes, yes, yeah. Just look at the spelling, teachers, journal spelling. Some of you are writing JOURNEL, journal. Some of you are writing GENERAL, general article, not general article, journal, JOURNAL, journal article. All right. Journal article is of specialist interest, not of general interest. All right. Journal articles are meant for specialist readers. All right. So there's a lot of jargon used in a journal article, technical terms used, or terms related to a particular profession field, which are not generally used in magazines or newspapers. Okay, good. So this is a journal article. You may not call it completely research based, but there is some data. The writer has conducted a survey. Already, as you prepared a questionnaire, collected a lot of responses from teachers and others. All right, so he's reporting the data. So it has got research angle as well. So it's a research-based article. It's published in a journal. That's right. Good. Now let's look at the next slide. Okay, just have a look at these titles, some of these titles. What do you think? A study on the impact of mentoring on pre-service teachers' competence building. Is this the title of a magazine article or a journal article? A study on the impact of mentoring on pre-service teachers' competence building. So what do you think? Is this the title of a magazine article or a journal article? Just look at the titles and tell me whether it is a part of magazine or a journal article. Yes, a study on the impact of mentoring on pre-service teachers' competence building. Journal. All right, it's the title of a journal article. Very good, very good. The next one now. Beneath India Gate is a primest, sweetest spot or martyrs deserve. Beneath India Gate is a primest, sweetest spot or martyrs deserve. Is this the title of a magazine article or a journal article?
Journal.
Quickly, yeah.
Journal article.
Beneath India Gate. Beneath India Gate is a primest, sweetest spot or martyrs deserve. Is it a journal article? It's a magazine article.
Magazine article.
Yes. It was published in the Week magazine. That's right. It was published in, I think, in the latest issue of the Week. India's top 100 private B schools, 2021-22. India's top 100 private schools. Journal or magazine?
Magazine. Journal article.
Top 100 private B schools. Is it published in a magazine or a journal? Magazine, correct. Not journal. Padam Solanki, no. Magazine. It's published in the Education World magazine. Magazine, correct. Next. Portfolio assessment of writing, a critical analysis of classroom practices. Portfolio assessment of writing, critical.
Journal article.
Journal article, yes.
Journal article.
Correct, correct. The downside of beautiful schools. The downside of beautiful schools.
Magazine article.
Correct. Excellent. So, see, when you have a cursory look at the title, you can immediately say whether it is a part of a magazine article or a journal article. The title itself is indicative. All right. The downside of beautiful schools is published in the Education World magazine, written by Dr. Krishna Kumar, former director of NCERT. Adapting teaching materials for a robust learning situation, a case study. Adapting teaching materials for a robust learning situation, a case study.
Journal article.
Why do you think it's a journal article? You're right.
It's a case study.
It's a title of, it's a case study because the writer has used case study as
case study and research-based article. So it's called the articles.
Yeah, there is also research after the case study.
That's right. Yeah. And one more heading, bringing digital literacy into the ESL classroom, enhancing language learning tasks using Web 2 tools. Bringing digital literacy into the ESL classroom, enhancing language learning tasks using Web 2 tools. Magazine article or journal?
Sir, journal article.
Journal article, because it is also research-based and using Web 2.0 tools. It is using tools, so it is journal article.
Excellent. Very journal article. Excellent. Very good. I'm so happy with your responses. Yes, so you're able to distinguish between a magazine article and a journal article. All right. The title itself suggests whether it is research-based or whether it's of general interest, whether it's interesting to the common man. All right. Yes. Good. Excellent. Thank you. Okay. Now the next. So what comes to your mind when you hear the word research? So we've been using this word now and again, research-based, research article. All right. What comes to your mind when you hear the word research? Can you quickly put some thoughts in the chat box? What is research?
Research is always. What is research? Research is always a
observation and unique thing which come in an innovative way.
One at a time, please. One at a time, please. One at a time. Yes. Yeah. Vijay Verma, maybe you can begin and then. Yes.
Sorry, sir. Again, I will repeat. Yeah. Sir, research is a work done having some clues, some lead, and having some data already in the record and finding out something more related to that and working upon it. and conducting using the research method means finding it out using various resources.
Finding out something. Good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, finding out something. Good. I like that. Yes, finding out something. Okay, good.
Research
So
means
research is about
means you want to investigate some point.
Very good. Yes, investigating something. All right. Yes, finding out something, investigating something. All right.
Something innovative about a specific topic, actually.
Okay, good. Innovative about a specific topic. Good. Then, what
research
other terms or what?
based.
Yes.
No, sir.
Santosh Srivastava. So what thoughts come to your mind when you hear the word research? What is research? Who conducts research? Where is research done? Why do we do research? Why do we do research? Where do we do research? And how do we do research? Yes. Any thoughts on this? What is research? Yes.
So research is analysis of some issues based on primary and secondary data.
Analysis of?
Some issues, it may be some issues on a particular topic.
Good, very good. Research is analysis of issues. All right, analysis of issues. Correct. Using primary or secondary sources of data. Excellent.
Yes.
Okay.
So we bring something new.
Bring something new. All right. Find out something new. Add something new to what is existing already. All right. Research should.
A research article may be a part of a magazine also.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Research has come out with. So research has come out with some facts and using some tools. Then after analysis that we take the conclusion. That is research.
Correct. Good. Very good. Research is fact-based. All right. It's based on evidence. That's why we use the term data. Data is very, very important. The primary source of research is data. All right. Data. So research is evidence-based. It is data-based. It is searching for truth. All right. Yes. And concluding, you'll have to draw conclusions based on the data, based on the evidence, based on the facts. That's a very good way of defining research. Okay, good. So I'm happy you have used. Anything else that comes to your mind when we write a research article? So how do we write? When you write an article based on what you have found out, based on what you have investigated, for example, right? Based on the innovation. When you write an article, what are the terms we use? Any word that comes to your mind when I say research article, publishing in a journal? How do you write a research article? What are the essential elements of a research article? Yes, we need.
Research is something which is not in public domain earlier.
Okay, sorry, can you repeat?
Research is something that is not in public domain earlier.
That was not in the public domain earlier, but now, yeah, that's right. Now we share research reports, research studies in the public domain, right?
Sir,
yes.
Something original thought or original data.
Very good. Original. Research is something that is done originally. It should be an original study. Very good. It should be an original study. Okay. Original investigation. Okay. Somebody said exploration. Yes. Exploring something. Research is exploration. Correct. That's right.
Hello,
okay.
Sir. Hello, sir. Hello,
Tell
sir.
me. Yeah. Yeah.
If the type of the experiment, we conclude by. Yes.
Fine, sir. That's fine. All right. Okay. Thank you. We'll move on to the next. Yes. Yes. Okay. So you can mute your microphone. Please mute your microphone, everyone. Good. Good. I'm happy with all your thoughts, responses related to research. All right. Searching something new somebody has written. All right. Okay. Good. Now let's actually look at some of the definitions given in the literature. So definition of research. For one definition given in the Cambridge Dictionary is this: a detailed study of a subject. Research is a detailed study of a subject, especially in order to discover information or reach an understanding, a new understanding. So the word new is also important. A detailed study, an in-depth study of a subject, especially in order to discover. Okay, 1 second, just give me 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, look at the definitions, please. Look at the definitions. Yes. So look at some of the definitions. Right, just give me 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, now look at some of the definitions of research. Right, okay. And the second definition is research is a process of systematic inquiry. A process of systematic inquiry that entails collection of data. And then I'll make it full screen. A systematic inquiry that entails collection of data, documentation of critical information, and analysis and interpretation of that data. So this is what you should have said actually: data analysis, all right, documenting it, interpretation of the data in accordance with suitable methodologies set by specific professional fields and academic disciplines, right? Yeah, like we talk about ethnographic study, all right. So it's a process of systematic inquiry, scientific inquiry, which involves collection of data, all right, and then you have to document it, and then you have to analyze and interpret the data that you have collected in accordance with suitable methodologies. We talk about qualitative analysis, quantitative analysis, and these methodologies are set by specific professional fields. Like in the field of, for example, literature, they adopt certain methodology. In the field of ELT, English language teaching, we adopt certain methodologies, all right? So it's based on the academic disciplines, right? Now, there are different types of research. Like you can talk about, qualitative research, quantitative research, ethnographic research, empirical research, all right? There are many different types of research. We will not go deep into that. Now, there is another type of research called teacher research, all right? This is what we are particularly interested in actually. Teacher research. Teacher research means research initiated and carried out by teachers into issues of importance to them in their own work, in your classroom work, all right? So research initiated by teachers, carried out by teachers into issues of importance to them in their own work, all right? So research done by teachers into some of these classroom issues. One of you already said, analyzing issues. All right, as a teacher, you're analyzing classroom issues, classroom problems. So that is called teacher research. You can also call it classroom-based research. So research done by teachers into issues which are important to them, which concern them, some issues which you are worried about. Okay. And another definition of teacher research is addressing questions that arise from your practice by gathering data, analyzing it, and sharing what you find. See, look at this. Addressing questions or issues that arise from your own practice. How do you address these questions? By gathering data, by framing research questions, gathering data, trying to answer your research questions, by collecting data, analyzing the data, and then sharing your findings. That's also important. Sharing what you find. Okay. Now, can you think of some topics for doing research? Topics related to English language teaching or some topics for classroom-based research? Maybe we'll look at it later. I don't know how much time is available. 1 second. Yeah, can you think of some topics for doing research? Teacher research. We are particularly interested in classroom-based research done by teachers like you, secondary school teachers.
Impact
So
of
what could be some
impact of grammar translation method in developing linguistic ability in students.
Okay. Impact of grammar. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat, sir?
Impact of grammar translation methods in developing linguistic ability in students.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Each one of you, can you post one topic
Struggling
for a research study?
Struggling with speaking and reading abilities.
Okay. Struggling with reading and speaking. Who is struggling? Like students or?
I could not add. I should have added that the issue of reading and speaking abilities in the students of high and higher secondary students in MP government schools.
Good. All right. Okay. Good. Issue of speaking. Why? You can actually convert the topic into a research question. For example, why do students struggle to speak in English in a particular context? Yeah.
So we have experienced. Yes. We have been teaching for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
And we have found that after we have left grammar translation method of teaching, the linguistic ability of students has got downgraded quite a lot.
So why you're investigating an issue? Why? What is the impact
we have observed, sir, and we want to investigate.
Investigate and substantiate your observation with the data. All right. So we keep observing. All right. But then in research, what is important is you'll have to validate that with substantial data. Okay, good. So how to improve communication skills among students? Good. Yeah, Santosh Kumar. Yeah.
Sir, how to teach the students who are good at English and they are not good at English at the same time?
Good. Very good. How to teach mixed ability students who are good, not so good. So what methodology is appropriate for a mixed ability classroom? That's a very good topic for your research. And how to improve students' communication skills, already difficulties in developing their writing skills, problems faced by students in reading, for example. Excellent. These are all, I think each one of you can write down one particular topic that you want to investigate. So if you really take it up for your research, then what you should do is, the important thing is you should be able to collect data from various sources. Collect data from students, interview your students, collect data or analyze their speaking ability, their writing skills, qualitative analysis. All right. So data is important by conducting surveys, by conducting interviews, and then interpreting this data and then sharing your findings by writing an article. So if you take up these topics for a small research study, classroom-based research study, then you'll be able to write an article. So that is what we are talking about. How to write an article based on a research study and how to send it to different journals, get them published. Of course, it will not be published as it is. It will go through a rigorous editing process. So, but these are all very interesting topics, right? So I would request all of you to please take it up and conduct small research studies, classroom research studies, either action research or exploratory action research kind of thing. Dr. Geeta Madam will talk about classroom research in depth. All right, you will know how to conduct classroom-based research. But my focus is on reporting that research, how to report it, how to convert your research study into an article that could be shared with a larger audience. Okay, now here is one such research article, you have read a magazine article, the first few parts. Now I want you to quickly read this research article. I'm going to share the link in the chat box. Please quickly read this research article and then tell me whether you will be able to write a similar research article. This is a school teacher like you, a secondary school teacher who has done classroom research and who has written an article based on her research. Now you please read it quickly and tell me what are the different parts of a research article, different sections. What sections do you find in a research article, right? And what to include in each section, how to begin a research article, all right? How to report data, how to analyze it, and how to write a concluding paragraph. Please read quickly, try to analyze the different sections, and then tell me whether you will be able to write a similar article based on your research study. Is it easy, difficult? Is it going to be very, very difficult, which none of you can do? Or do you think you can make an attempt to write a research-based article? Yeah. So 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, please. Please read silently. If you're not able to open the link, let me know, please.
Sir, I am unable to open the link. Please help me.
Oh, you're not able to. Okay, what I'll do is I'll share. Yeah, to access the link. Okay, what I'll do is I'll share the Word document. Okay, I'll share the Word document. Yes. So
Yeah, thank you so much,
this
sir.
is a Word document. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, right. Oh, sorry. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. If you have read, please post the important sections you find in a research article. Important sections, headings, for example. Important elements of a research article. You can post it in the chat.
I will try, sir.
Yeah.
अरे मैडम ये पूरी मीटिंग ही आ रही थी अभी 1 मिनट से हो रही है.
Please mute your microphone.
Sir, may I say something?
वापस जाना है. Microphone mute
Yes,
करना
please.
है.
Bhavish, yes.
Sir, I think it has 3 or 4 parts in this article. And the writer is, first of all, the writers find out the problems, issues, means on which topic she is just going to make the research, I think.
Good, yeah.
And then she go for the practical aspects of then she find out how to just tackle this situation, and then she implemented the things. And then she suggested some ideas how to just conduct as free writing. I wish you were how to just. Then she asked the student to just do the things practically, and some of the students definitely took part in the activity, and they just write something in the end of the article, I think.
Okay, right, all right, yeah. Yeah, anybody, can you quickly present a summary of the article? What is this research about? What is this research study about? And what are the different elements of a research article? Yeah, can anybody quickly summarize? Yes, please.
I think, sir, she.
Yeah, please try.
From. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, please, you can give chance to others, please. Yeah.
Sir, this article actually reflects how to develop English environment in the classroom through the process of action phase, intervention, and collect data through the student and create environment for developing English environment and dialogue and the English spoken environment there.
Which skill is she looking at? What is the focus of her research? What is the focus of her research? What is the skill she is looking at?
Communication skill. Communication skills.
Communication
well,
in particular?
It's about writing skills. Yeah. How to develop writing skills.
Yeah.
Communication skills.
Correct. How to develop writing skills. Correct. Writing skills. Okay, good. Yeah. Next, please. Yes, carry on.
Sir.
Akshay.
Sir, this is Smita Bhardwaj.
Yeah.
It aims at the enhancing of the students' ability to write independently. It focuses about their problems and find out the problems and solution and study the different expectations and different problems of the students in the class, and according to that to give the sort out their problems and enhance their ability to write independently and
yeah. Good. Very good. Very good. Yes. Next. Any other points, important points that she has? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Anybody would like to add to this? How to motivate students to write, all right, compose in English. That was her research topic. Yes.
How to motivate students to write, all right, compose in English. That was her research topic. Yes.
So first,
then what did you?
Having the questions which arise in our mind for the research work, working upon it, conducting the interviews, collecting the data using the photos, coming to the issue using the bar graphs, the research work done in a particular way, in a step. How should it be? Reaching out to the students, taking a student's interview, coming to the conclusion through the interviews, and pointing out the problem using the tools such as bar graphs.
Yeah.
And then the detailed study using the survey method, taking the photographs of the copies where the writing skills have been shown.
Good. Very good. Yeah.
Sorry,
so what research method, what kind of data did she collect? What kind of data did the researcher collect for her study? Anybody? Yeah, Ankita Sharma, you're right. She's focusing mainly on enhancing the students' writing skills. All right, good. How did she go about collecting data? What is the main source of data in her research study? Anybody? Yeah. Is she looking at marks students have scored in examinations? Is that the main source? Analyzing the mark scores, or is it qualitative kind of analysis? Looking their notebooks, their writings, analyzing the kind of mistakes they make, their problems, lack of vocabulary. What kind of data is this? Yeah? Anyone?
Looking at the qualitative notes of the students.
Very good. Very good. Looking at the notes of this. Yes. It's a kind of qualitative analysis, right? She's looking at their, she herself is making reflective notes, all right, analyzing her own journal, notebook, researchers' field notes, for example, all right, and then analyzing students' letters, students' writings, and tracking their progress, all right, and then analyzing the activities. What is the impact of these activities? She conducted many different activities. How is it helping students? So mainly this is qualitative data, analyzing the kind of activity she has conducted in the classroom to improve students' writings. And of course, if you've got pre-test, you can please mute your microphone. Abhishek Tiwari. Abhishek Tiwari, can you mute your microphone? Abhishek.
Abhishek. Very irritating to mute your phone. आप इनको remove करिए. अभिषेक जी को remove करिए.
जी सर हो गए.
Okay, thank you. Right. So if you also conduct a kind of pre-test, post-test, then you can analyze the scores students secured in the pre and post. That will be your quantitative analysis. So what is important is how do you report it in your research article, all right? How to report qualitative data, quantitative data in your research article. That's important. So when you read a couple of articles like this, you will know. Just by reading one article, you will not be able to write a similar article. You need to read quite a lot of research-based articles like this. If you're interested in classroom issues, yes, read plenty of articles, then you will know how to structure your own article. Okay, now, so this is one example of teacher research, all right? And if you are interested in academic kind of research, that is the next part. Okay, so the following is an academic research study done by a teacher at a slightly higher level, and how to report an academic research, all right? How to write an article. I have given an example, but I don't think we have time to read this. Okay, what I've done is instead of just reading it, I have converted this into a task. What you should do is you'll have to read the following research paper that was published in a journal. The section headings have been removed from the paper. I've removed the section headings. Okay, so in this particular research article you have read, you have seen the section headings: introduction, research questions, data collection, data analysis, findings, conclusion. These are the headings, essential elements of a research article. But here I've removed all these headings. What you should do is you should read the research paper and fill in the blanks. Like, what is one, for example? I put a dash. One, what is it? Okay, and then I put two here. I hope all of you can see that on your screen. Okay, 1, 2, 3. These are all the section headings in your research paper. So you have to read and tell me the section headings. Is it introduction or is it something else? We also talk about abstract. Where do you write the abstract? Where do you put keywords? And then introductory paragraph. And then, for example, your research questions, all right? And then data collection methodology, how to collect data, and what is the main data collection, and then analysis of the data analysis and interpretation, all right? So these are the essential elements of a research paper. And then, of course, after data analysis and interpretation, discussion and conclusion. You'll have to write a concluding paragraph: discussion, conclusion, and recommendations, maybe recommendations, all right? And then finally, what is the last part of your research-based paper? What is this 8, for example? What is section number 8? Can anybody tell me? What is this 8?
It is references.
Bibliography.
Very. Yeah, put it in the chat box, please, one of you. I want to check the spelling. Yes, spelling. Somebody said bibliography. Can you spell the word bibliography? Excellent. Very good. That's a bibliography or references. References, right. So your research paper should have references. You should refer to other sources, right? Bibliography. Excellent. Akshay Bharadwaj. Excellent. That's the bibliography. Okay. So this is how you write a research-based paper. I know just reading 1 or 2 articles like this, it's useful, it's helpful, but you need to read more. And what is important is you have to conduct the research study in the first place and then understand how to report it. Okay. So these are some, yes. Okay. So what I do is, okay. So what I want you to do, I'm going to conclude now. Time is up. So what you should do is think of an interesting research study based on your classroom issues, classroom problems, and make an attempt to write a short article. Okay. So without conducting research, you will not be able to write a research paper, right? You can report your classroom experiences. All right. You can have anecdotal records. You can have classroom journals. You can make reflective notes based on which you can report. Yeah, please mute your microphone. So one is writing a report based on your classroom experience. Somebody said we have got some 15, 20 years of classroom teaching experience. Very good. Now you have to share your experiences, your successful stories, classroom challenges, classroom successes. You can share it and write an article and publish it in a journal without much data. It's a kind of introspective report, all right, a reflective report of your classroom experiences. That could also be published in a journal, all right? Or look at classroom issues, problems, try to analyze them, all right? Involve students in your classroom research, and then try to report it back and publish it in a journal, right? So I request all of you to please conduct a small study. You will get to know more about research study in Dr. Geeta Dorairajan's session also. Dr. Geeta Madam is going to conduct another session on doing research. So please do a small research study and then write a short article based on your research study. And then publish it in journals, NCERT journal, or in journals like English Classroom, Fortel, or any other journal, or share it in your blog. Yeah. So that's all for today. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you, Dr. Ganga.
Ravi, can I come in for half a minute?
Yes,
oh,
Ganga,
yeah,
can I come in for
madam.
half
Oh,
a
you are
minute?
there.
Ma'am, before you
Are you there?
just give me a
Geeta
moment.
Madam.
Yeah, good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon. I didn't know. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to all. This is Geeta Dorairajan. Looking forward to meeting all of you. We together are going to look at how to work with research and what to do. Just an initial hello to all of you. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Ganga, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. So, yes, I am very happy to see ma'am back. Ma'am was not well for last few days, but now ma'am is back and back into action also. So I'm very happy to see ma'am. And ma'am will take a session on how to do action research in English classroom. So experimenting and researching in English classroom. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to Professor Ravi Narayan Chakrakorty. Sir has been generous enough to accept the proposal in very short duration. Like yesterday, I approached sir and sir could say yes, in spite of all that busy schedule. Sir is really a very busy person at RIE Bangluru. So I would like to thank on behalf of all the participants. I'd like to thank you for taking this session. And this is a very important thing. Whatever you do, remain, and you have got a very good chance of doing certain experiments and research in the local area that you're working in, because those areas have many challenges, and the way you deal with them, the way you tackle those challenges can be examples for others. And if you try to share those ideas with someone in the form of a small paper, that will certainly be very, very motivating and helpful in the field of education. And NCERT has got 5 journals which publishes these articles. I'll share that list with you maybe in a couple of days. I'll share the list and how you can publish in those articles, how you can send the articles to them. RI Bhopal has one, and I'll also share you the email address of that journal where you can send your research papers. So that will make things pretty easier for those who are working the ground level and can come up with certain good papers, certain good initiatives. So I'd like to thank you, Ravi sir, for breaking the topic. And this is very important topic for personal growth. And I think the learners and I'm very happy with the way you have dealt with it from a very simple level of discussing between a journal article and a normal article in magazine. And journal article that is a very experimental in nature, or that they can publish as a teacher, they can publish and has a different purpose and different audience, and also helping them how to go with the title, how to distinguish between the title of a paper and a magazine article, and how they can go with an abstract writing, with a small abstract. The area is big. In one class cannot be very sufficient. So sir might have touched on the very basic, brief initial points. So a lot of further reading is required. So I may request sir also to send the PowerPoint to me. I can share that in the group so that you can have links over there. Those links you can click on, and those links may take you to certain forums or certain places where you can go do further research and can help yourself publish in some of the journals. Will help you. Maybe Dr. Ravi will also be there to help you us. So we're all a connected team, and this is just initiation. If you have any further query, further suggestions, you can write to us. I'll provide you email of Ravi sir also. In case of any query, sir can be reached to the email, and you can take feedback from sir. So thank you very much, sir. And I think there's a time that we wind up the session. Thanking sir and ma'am and those who joined here. Thank you all to the participants who joined, and we have more than 140 in number, so we could reach to the larger audience. We'll reach you at 2:30. Thank you very much, Ravi sir, once again.
Thank you, Dr. Ganga. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Meet at 2:15. All of you join the new link at 2:15 sharp. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye for now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Bye for now.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice session, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for a wonderful session.